Hello, my good people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It all depends on where you are hearing us from. We are here, back, and better. Of course, we must continue what we have started. You know the guy that used to tell you that, I visited Onyendu. That's Nmadubugwu. Today, not today. No wonder. Devil is black. Hey, the guy has been well exposed, woto on his head. Because these are the enemies at home. Those people you feel, oh, they are very close to Onyendu. They are the people that sold their brother, that sold Nnamdi Kanu. Oh my goodness. Our brother, Emmanuel Remigius, of recent I've been bringing his videos here. Please, my brother, don't be offended. We are doing the same work, okay? God has given you talent, and truth is in your mouth. So let us share it to Biafrans. All right? Please, let's hear him.
That is Benjamin Nmadubugwu, general enemy. Because they will call you from time to time to check and to know what is happening. And if there is a report from there, you are going to report back to the same people, Benjamin Nmadubugwu, and general enemy. Ordinarily, you report direct to enemy, which enemy in turn reports back to Benjamin Nmadubugwu. But in this case, Benjamin Nmadubugwu calls direct often. I am here to tell you about 300, about 300 men were ambushed in Iguacha, shot, and they were killed. And people that escaped with gun bullets, people that escaped with bullet wounds, have to go to the outskirts of the town or near the town where a fellow comrade, a woman, is living. They escaped, and if you listen, let me not go to it. They escaped and they went there. They were waiting for their treatment. And the only people which will know the whereabouts of this man, since even the commander is being attacked, the commander of that very camp, the only people that they could call, you don't call any other person. You can call enemy or Benjamin Nmadubugwu. These are the people that you could call, that will know your whereabouts. And this man left, and the survivors were resting in one of the flats of a comrade, a female comrade, in this very struggle. They were there. Suddenly, another attack came again. How could anyone in this world know that these people were there? Nobody. Except those that they called. Apparently, we heard that about 60-something people were killed immediately. 60-something people were died immediately. And the rest escaped with gun bullets, and some of them without gun bullets. And they were resting in that woman's place. Suddenly, if you can refresh your memory, there is a video that pumped out on the social media about the ambush of the Nigerian military in one of the woman's house, and they killed everyone in there. They killed the woman, they died the woman, they died everybody in that house. The only people that could know the whereabouts of these people, because I am now beginning to connect the dots with the turnout of events of today. The only people that you can call is enemy. and Benjamin Nmadubugwu. If you understand, if you are men on the ground, these are the chain of command. You can only call enemy and Benjamin Nmadubugwu. And these men, we are killed. Follow me up with the things that I'm saying. I said 60-something people killed in the camp. 60-something people killed in the camp. According to the report, 60-something people killed in the camp. I as a state secretary, when the report came to us, and it was discussed in our meeting. Everybody in that house was killed. Everybody. I don't know if you are getting the house that I'm talking. Everybody in that house were killed. Except those who are not inside the house. I am beginning to connect the dots. The only people that you can call that will know your way about is only Benjamin Nmadubugwu and the enemy, general enemy. It became a shock to many of us. We were told to watch our communications. We were told to watch our communications. I was not, at this point, I was not men on the ground, but there is no how then that you can go to the ground from my own command without passing through us. I was a state secretary. Then another thing, let me tell you another one. Another thing happened, a shock, more than a shock. About this is according to intel that came to me when I was in the States. About 300 people, another 300 people, were deployed to Iguacha to go and combat the terrorists on uniform. The same terrorists that the people in DOS are telling you today that they are willing to work with. It was, somebody sent it to me. I listened to that shameful announcement from Ikenga, and I saw people on green, white, green applauding him, saying, come on, let's move. Come on, let's move. I am now revealing this sabotage started when Onyendu was around. Another 300 men were deployed to Iguacha to combat the men from Imo State, to combat the men, the terrorists on uniform. You understand what I'm saying? The terrorists on uniform and on their way. On their way. I did not say that they get to Iguacha. On their way, they were attacked on the road, ambushed and killed. No single soul came out. Now, I want you to refresh your memory. Who are those that sent these men? According to report available to me then, from my source, because most of my men were in every state. Because when you start recruitment and deployment, most of your men will always go back to their states where it's very close to them. They said it was on the order, it was on the request of Chinasanworu, because Chinasanworu then was a logistics supplier. A logistics supplier. This is according to what I was informed then. It was on the order of Chinasanworu for these men to go to Iguacha from Imo State. Remember, They are now shielding Hope Uzodinma, in case if you don't know. And that was the same time that they killed Ikonso. I am now connecting the dots. They tried to reduce the pressure in Imo State by ideologically extracting the men and ambushing them on the road. These things were never on the news. It was never on the news. Now the question is, these men, if you are men on the ground, you will understand. The only people that could understand the motto that you are traveling with, because you don't travel with, you travel as a decent person. The only people that can understand and intercept every motto is unless the sabotage came from inside the people that sent you. And that was the problem that some commanders that you see, that they killed, that they died after the kidnap of Onyendu. That is the problem that they started having, including Ikonso. Ikonso had the same problem, that he could not review his striking to anyone. Ikonso had the same problem, because Ikonso was more than careful. Ikonso said he could not review his striking to anyone because of what is happening in the struggle. What I want you to understand is the deep sabotage in IPOB. And for you not to be shocked of these people saying that they are going to be with politicians, for you to know when they started doing the work, they have started, or not they will, they have started. Imagine the men, the little men that remaining, most of them sustained gunshot wound by the same terrorists on uniform. Imagine the same people who claim that they are IPOB freedom fighters, bringing out the same men who sustained gunshot wound from the same terrorists on uniform, giving them back to the terrorists on uniform to combat Simon Ekpa. This sabotage goes too deep, but we must continue. We must continue. These things happened, and none of you heard about it. I want you to know the shock. If you are a state top high rank officer, and your man is being killed, your boy is being killed, it's just like your child, losing your child. Every day I keep having sleepless nights about the turnout of events in IPOB. I started being careful on myself. Ask them. Instead, immediately you do the closing prayer. You will not know how I waka. Most of them will say, they will be calling me, where are you? This and that. I said, I have left to. I started being extremely careful. Extremely careful. I want you all to know what is happening now. The powers that is suppressing Onyendu, Benjamin Nmadubugwu, Ejiofor, general enemy. General enemy is the general in charge of men on the ground that gives feedback to Benjamin Nmadubugwu. Benjamin Nmadubugwu is overall. He is overall. But in terms of the field, enemy is the general. But in terms of being in the federal, Benjamin is overall. I don't know, you may not understand how these things work. I want you all to connect the dots. to know what is happening now. They have made Nigeria their. I want you to ask them, what was the reason why IPOB started looking for freedom? Now they have silenced Nigeria is a zoo. They are no longer fighting Nigeria. They relinquished the same men, the main survivors of this very struggle, to the same Nigerian government. And they shamelessly announce it. And their cockroach, we are applauding them. Then why is Onyendu kidnapped? Ask yourself, what is the reason that Onyendu was kidnapped? Who are the forces that kidnap Onyendu? There you get the point. They kidnap Onyendu to hold Onyendu and then silence and suppress IPOB. Hope Uzodinma boasted to Onyendu when Onyendu was declaring him wanted. Are you not aware that? Are you not aware that Onyendu declared Hope Uzodinma wanted because of the atrocities he committed, because of the innocent people that he died in Imo State? Onyendu declared him wanted, and in turn, Hope Uzodinma boasted to Onyendu that he is in charge of his men. Today, what is happening? They will all go to their Facebook. Hope Uzodinma, the men that you sent, I see them. That is a brain game. But ask them, are their men not working with Hope Uzodinma in Imo State? This is the question that you're supposed to ask them. Their man is working with Hope Uzodinma with the same Ebubago, and because of Ebubago, the governors went mad that Onyendu blacklisted Ebubago in every state and said, "Enwetagi." Today, the people who claim that they are in charge are relinquishing their men to work with Ebubago, and I will continue to tell you what happened. Now, the most strongest man. Do you see Obasi? Obasi was sabotaged and kidnapped. Obasi, as the case may be, Obasi might be a bad man then, but Obasi was anchoring his badness on let us get Biafra and fight it out, whose supremacy. And I will give you an example with what happened. Benjamin is the high command. Enemy is general in the field and second to Benjamin. Then Obasi was the third, but Obasi overshadows enemy and Benjamin. In terms of what Obasi wants, Obasi will always overshadow you, and it doesn't go down well with them. It doesn't go down well with them. They sabotage Obasi. That thing that you heard, Obasi was kidnapped. Who kidnapped Obasi? Ask yourself, who kidnapped Obasi? Do you know that Obasi can telescope? Obasi that you know can telescope. If something is happening, it can telescope. Now, what happens to the telescope? Ask yourself, what happens to the telescope? It is only those who are very closer to Obasi that can hold that power not to telescope in terms of danger. Not to telescope in terms of danger. Connect the dots. Connect the dots. This thing that I'm saying, Kanu Takanu sand is in it. Kenele nwanne gi amaghị m anamajum abumonye nche nwanne. If I start to review these things, they will come. and go. We will meet night and meet another day. I put all the records. Obasi himself was sabotaged because Benjamin felt that Obasi is overshadowing him. If really Obasi, what more than 10,000 men in the field of war? If you don't know, let me tell you today. But how they kidnap Obasi was like kidnapping a church rat. For me to tell you that the sabotage started from inside. In a case, I know all of these things. I know all of these things. And I don't want to say another thing here. I know all of these things. I know all of these things. But I don't want to say another thing here that is attached to it. Not all about eye surgery. Not all about eye surgery. I know all of these things. Let me close that up as a chapter. Let me close that up as a chapter. Because it will really touch a lot of things. But I will come to that later. I will come to that later. I am telling you what happened in this very struggle. So you know that these people are evil. If we allow this to be swept under the carpet, then we know that we are more or less an animal. If we allow this to be swept under the carpet, then know that we are more or less an animal. And that is the reason why I am telling you today, Benjamin will not be alive and see Onyendu out. Benjamin will, immediately, if they did not break Onyendu's will in DSS, Benjamin will commit suicide. I'm telling you the fact, so that you know. I'm telling you all these things so that you know what is happening. We can never allow these things to be swept under the carpet. Benjamin can never be alive to see Onyendu out. Because Benjamin, on his own, is paddy to Hope Uzodimma. Benjamin helped in assassination of Ikonso. Hear it from my mouth. Benjamin helped this man, though he did not play direct key role, because if he played direct key role in the negotiation, but he was the person that tipped Ikonso to Hope Uzodimma that it was Ikonso that did the work in Imo State. And Ikonso was contacted. How much will you collect? They told him that Ikonso is more than. I could remember. Let me not go. If I go into it, they will come night to reduce. Let me just focus on the program. Thank you, Clement Adenaka. IPOB, one family. Sabotage no aneti, one family ane one neha. They sold Onyendu. Now, I want you, if you are sincere, I want you to tell me the reason why they kidnap Onyendu. Not this cheap blackmail. that they are blackmailing. Simon is working with Nigerian government. But your man is in war front with the same Nigerian government against Simon. It is a cheap blackmail. I cannot buy that nonsense. And this idiot, this non-entity, YouTube, sorry for breaching this rule. But the truth must be said. This Okpokoro Ofeke, Unpoga Caterpillar, we always spend time to send nonsense to me. He doesn't know that I know how those voices are being manufactured. I know how those voices are being manufactured. Did they look at me as I have been in this very struggle ahead of most, if not all of them. 2006, when most of you have not joined this very movement, I was kidnapped by men of the Nigerian forces. I have told you this before. I was kidnapped by Nigerian military at Ezike compound, Mpipa. Go there and investigate of a man called Efibo. That's what they call me, Efibo. And if you are still doubting, tell them Efibo, Emmanuel, or Onyebuchi. So that you confirm the identity of the person. I don't hide my identity. I give you full. Anything that you want to do, do it. I was kidnapped in Ezike's compound during the time that we were fighting to rescue Uwazirike from DSS dungeon. I was suppressed. I never believed that I'm going to live. It was an Hausa man that rescued me. A fellow Igbo man like me told them that they should kill me. A fellow Igbo man like me was the person that cocked gun and killed his fellow Igbo man at a spot. There, we were two. One person was shot down, dead, and he cocked gun. Immediately he cocked another gun. The Hausa man cocked gun and faced him. Kai, what I could understand that is that the Hausa man was telling him that you kill too much. And it became a fight between them. So you don't play me for a fool. I have become a commander. I was the general commander of Nwakire province. You can go all of these places that I'm asking, I'm mentioning, and ask them. So all of these people, you know, I don't tell them. Most of them, many of them don't know me. Because I don't tell them my this and I will just be looking at them. But the people that boasted that, when I begin my sojourn in the spirituality, you don't know anything. I will just be looking at them. I will be telling them, oh, well done, well done. I'm telling you what transpired. They break. If you go to Igbocha today, it was Chinasa Nworu, Benjamin Nmadubugwu that suppressed entire Igbocha. The Igbocha that you know have men, brave men. But how was Mwike able to conquer Igbocha? It was within. Every one of them boasting that they know that they are in control of IPOB. Have you forgotten what Mwike told Mazi in response? Have you forgotten? Have you also forgotten what Hope Uzodimma responded to Mazi? Have you forgotten what Governor of Ebonyi State responded to Mazi? that those men that you are bragging for collect money from me. Now you can connect the dots. And after the kidnap of Onyendu, somebody is now sleeping in government house. That is Benjamin Nmadubugwu. Only Sabini Igwe mere anyị ebere. The sabotage goes too deep. But we must continue. Why am I shedding tears? I shed tears for the men that died. I shed tears for my best friends, whom we say, oh, brother, we can only submit if we get Biafra. No leave, no transfer. A lot of them we are doing well. But we all agreed that we must fight and get Biafra. We did not indulge ourselves in criminality. Just as they are telling you today, criminality. They use that criminality to suppress your mental thinking. It is called a mind game. I am in this struggle ahead of all of them. There is no mind game that they will bring today that I doesn't even know. There is no mind game that they will bring in this very struggle that we are into that I doesn't even know. You see the mind game that I passed during the time of Masop. The same thing that they did today is what they were doing. It's what they were doing. You see the mind game. In my own case, I never soiled my hand in any blood. I never killed for once because what I do avoids blood. I don't participate in killing of anyone. But am I going to say that those who were buried innocently can't get their revenge? I can't stop anyone from getting his revenge. And today, the same people who told you that they are in charge, have you asked yourself, what is the big deal revealing the reason and those who kidnap Onyendu? Ask yourself, if IPOB is whiter than white, if this Omo Okoko is whiter than white, what is the big deal in revealing the identities of those who handed Onyendu or more handed Onyendu to Nigerian descent? There are people, IPOB members, who welcomed Onyendu. There are IPOB members who welcomed Onyendu. In Kenya. What is the big deal of revealing their identities? The big deal there Mirugo, I can agree with you. But you must all come back to fight. Giving up is a coward. Do you know the kind of sabotage that I have faced? None of you have been captured. Before they handed me over to the place that they killed one of us, they caught me in Ezekiel's compound, inside room. And they went out when they were doing handover. They went out and told them, the people that they were handing over, that they were shooting me and I was shouting Odieshi. And I wanted to climb fence. I couldn't climb the fence. That was where they caught me. That is the reason why Chineke Jakpo, everything concerning Nigeria. For them, the superiors to clap for them. You are brave, you are brave. They have to lie before me that they caught me while I was running. And they were shooting me, I was shouting Odieshi. And I wanted to climb fence. They overpowered me and held me. Hey, I listened to this kind lie. Even devil himself was very shocked at the rate. But that time my spirit have left me. The only time that I started to recover was when the Hausa man started shouting. Minugo, I understand you, but we all don't have to give up. The level of sabotage in IPOB is too many. Way too many. But would you want to give up? That means you're a coward if you give up. And that is the reason why I'm narrating my audio before you so that you know. I am telling you today what Benjamin did. And that is the reason why after the kidnapping of Onyendu, the plan is to kill Onyendu. Had it been that they suppressed Simon Ekpa, listen to me, if they suppress Simon Ekpa today, they will kill Onyendu the next day. You can't do anything. Those Umuokoko that they are using in the front line don't know what I know. I am in the media, and most of them then was asking me, why are you one of us and you are still showing your face in the media? They don't know the reason why I was in the media. I get informations. I get informations. What I know, if I tell you, eyes will cry blood. And there is one secret that I will not reveal to you here, because it will really involve people with them. And those men don't have any decent. Talking about them, I am talking about Ebonyi State, I am talking about Imo State, I am talking about Iguacha, I am talking about the Anambra State. And that is the reason why when I was consulting, I asked Elohim, should I give up? Elohim said, no, Biafra is going to come in an unimaginable way. Though I was told to continuously pray for my own dear life. And I was given spiritual precautions on how to do everything. The sabotage within goes too deep. I asked Elohim, should I give up? He said no. Biafra is going to come in an unimaginable way. I asked him, who is Simon Ekpa? And I was told then, which I announced to you people, go to Emmanuel Remiju's blog and see it. The reason why I exonerated barrister Ejiofor was based on his dissent. I told you I tried to see if barrister Ejiofor, his hands is there. I couldn't see anything. I exonerated him, but don't know that he's the main architect. Don't know that he's the main architect. Chineke mere anyị ebere. Sabotage goes too deep in this very struggle, but we must continue. Today, a freedom fighter is now sleeping in government house. Ezi, in Akpongwegi Chuks, go on the ground. What are you doing on Facebook? Men on the ground doesn't chat on Facebook. So you have to go on the ground. Leave administrative if you want to know what is happening. Erizinagoru with this green, white, green. This is part of the agreement that they had with Nigerian government. And they implemented it immediately after the kidnap of Onyendu. To show to solidarity with Nigerian government, you must design Onyendu with green, white, green flag. If you think that I am that daft as you are, isi mebiligi. Umu okoko, isi mebili unu. And it might even be one of them chatting me with a fake account, because all of them have different fake accounts everywhere. I was told that Simon is a lion in the spirit, and those who are after him are hyenas and jackals. Is it not happening today? Is it not happening today? Then in Imo State, the strongest command in Imo State is Ikonso. The strongest Ikonso was the state commander of Eastern Security Network. One of the strongest commander. And one of the bravest person. Do you know what they did? Benjamin, according to informations available to me, Ikonso left camp. Due to what? They made camp uncomfortable for Ikonso. They started quarreling in Ikonso. One of them shot Ikonso and the bullet hit another person. Ikonso called Onyendu on the quarrel in Ikonso. They shot Ikonso in the camp, if you don't know, before he was finally killed the next day. If I'm not mistaken, they shot Ikonso in the camp, pretending to be having internal quarreling. Somebody took a gun and shot state commander. The bullet turned and hit his boy. The bullet that he shot like this turned and hit his boy. And Ikonso called Onyendu, which he was advised to make peace till everything calmed down. Ikonso have to leave. And according to information available to me, Ikonso went to the same Benjamin Nmadubugwu's compound before leaving to his home, where he was finally, where they told them, oh, wait for him, he's coming home today. Ikonso was killed based on intel. And that is the reason why, if there is genuine investigation, those who started having a quarrel with Ikonso must be invited, arrested, all of them, to say what transpired and to say on whose command did they act. You people don't know this. You don't know. I'm telling you now. The bullet that Ikonso escaped from the camp killed him at his home. And in that case, bullet did not penetrate. Ikonso was brutally murdered. If there is honest investigation, the same way they concealed the investigation of what really transpired in the camp, they concealed it. That is the same way they concealed of how Onyendu was kidnapped. The same way they concealed what really transpired in the camp is the same way they concealed the same what really transpired in the kidnapping of Onyendu. Many of you don't know this. And you think, do you think that I sleep normal? I don't sleep normal. I don't sleep normal. I told you people, the other day, I went very close with someone who drove me very close to the Ambazonian border. The kind of bullet, if you know, you know. that I was hearing from there. I now imagine people have been fighting for 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. For 8 years, they have been fighting to rescue their people. Immediately they sold Onyendu. They started telling you, oh, criminality, criminality, criminality. The same word. Did you ever know that even Benjamin suggested that criminality is too much? Let us stop this to Onyendu. Are you aware? You are not aware now. You are not aware. Ask Benjamin. That is the reason why they are now sheltering him. That is the reason why they sheltered him in government house for a job well done. Government, ask yourself, government went all the way to Kenya to kidnap Onyendu, then comes back to love those who claim to be fighting with Onyendu, including sheltering one of the commander in government house. And if you don't know what happened, I am telling you. Miriugo, what you said, I'm not disputing that. That is the reason why I don't want to go deep into many things. But what should have been done, I will tell you how camps work. Camps work on order. That is the reason why I said, those men, if there is independent investigation, you too, you was men on the ground, you're supposed to know what I'm saying. If you don't prosecute the order, your second will be given the order to overthrow you. Are you not aware? And if they want to kill you, if they want to buy you, they will give you the person that will buy you allegation that you went and did meeting with governors. That is the main allegation that they give men. They don't tell men the truth. I know all of these things. And that is the reason why I'm sounding the way I'm sounding. I'm too intelligent for people to use me. That is the reason why, after doing what they did, they suppressed the Igwocha to the core for the hope of Mwike. Mwike was giving him money, was giving them money. They were collecting huge amount of money. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was declaring Mwike wanted, all of them were laughing at Onyendu. And the only way to convert up their tracks is to Leo Onyendu. Is to Leo Onyendu. My brother, Arumen in this very struggle. People mentioning Butuzo here. Butuzo's only hope is to fight for freedom. Whatever. That is the reason why Butuzo removed himself from them. Are you aware? At a time, it got done to Butuzo that these men are really fighting the struggle. So I don't want to discuss about that. Butuzo have to remove himself from them. I don't want to talk about that issue. They, after suppressing Igwocha, help in suppressing Imo State. And the only way is to kidnap Onyendu. And that is the reason why after the Swift kidnap, they started murdering the strongest men, giving them allegations upon allegations. The only last surviving that they couldn't murder is Butuzo. The last surviving in Imo State that they couldn't murder is Butuzo. Because if you lie to me, for me today, to do something that this person did on the other, you don't say no to other, and I did it. You come back to me tomorrow, give me the same lie again for me to do. I will be thinking. I will start by investigating on my own. That is the reason why they wanted to kill Butuzo by themselves, to cover up their track. And Butuzo said no. So I'm not going into Butuzo. As far as I know, Butuzo acted on order. And he's a repentant person because he knew that he realized that these people wanted to use him for cheap blackmail. And that young man, I can categorically assure you, his only intention is to fight for freedom. Go and look at the Indian Zamakwahane releasing his secret discussion. Go to that secret discussion that they display. I know after today they will not display that secret discussion again. You will hear him saying that more of my men will day as we day. At least no politician have been financing us. Nobody have been financing us. If you people cannot finance us, what the Butuzo was referring is when Simon, according to the voice that Ndinzama was displaying, was trying to investigate, to know and to understand whom he was. If you people cannot finance us, let us be. And when Biafra come, we will know who is who. That means all his mind is to get Biafra. All his mind is to get Biafra. Not to play on the head of the people that have sacrificed a lot in the struggle. A lot happened. A lot happened. But it's not going to be issue of discussion. A lot happened. And that is the reason why. If you are still saying, oh, God forbid, if they kill Onyendu, I'm telling you in this program today, their main target is to assassinate Onyendu. Their main target is to assassinate Onyendu. But they were, look at them acting. They love Onyendu. Even the one that shocked me is Anibuogo. Rita Anibuogo coming back also to act as a lover of Onyendu. Rita Anibuogo, who have been blackmailing Onyendu. Oh, Onyendu love women. Onyendu this. Rita Anibuogo was criticizing Onyendu. But after the kidnap of Onyendu, Rita Anibuogo, Maria Udengwani, all of them, the people publishing in their page, Onyendu said, which Onyendu? The ones that you people called that he should be killed. For you to know the plans and for you to know the involvement of these demons. If I die tomorrow, my spirit will never rest till Biafra come. I'm telling you, so you know. I have never killed anyone before. But I am determined to restore Biafra. With truth. With truth, as Onyendu said. With truth, as Onyendu said. Things are way, way too deep. But I will stop here. I think in the afternoon edition of Lamentation, when I will talk about the involvement of Kanu Ntakanu and his criminal charges. I will be touching this one, the remaining ones, one after the other. Not the remaining ones, because security yapa on kenchetere metwaka ebido from there. From me from here. God bless Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. God bless Mazen Simon Ekpa, Dimpa Asa, and the great lion in spiritual realm. God bless Madam Azoka. Abaranwanyi Kibia. God bless every member of the Biafra government in exile. And God bless all of you who are lovers of truth. From me from here. It is good morning.
Have you seen it? The same guy that will tell you, oh, I want Onyendu say you should stop sitting at home. Onyendu say Samanekpa is a criminal. Onyendu say this. Onyendu say that. And Ejiofor that turned back the medical team the first time. Oh God, Nnamdi Kanu actually surrounded himself with enemies, and they stung like scorpion. They stung like scorpion, as Nnamdi Kanu is now suffering, and they are trying to see how they can suppress him forever, or how they can make him to change his mind, or how they can stop agitation. But stopping agitation is a no-go area. That is even the shocking thing. Now, they are confused. They don't know how they cannot even achieve the stoppage of Biafra. Yes, because that was actually why they paid them. They paid them to release their forest. They paid them to release their land. They paid them to close their eyes to truth and don't speak truth to power. So that was how and why they paid these saboteurs. And they are truly doing the work of their master, the devil himself. Using Nigerian government. Ejiofor is not out of it. Nmadubugwu, a problem. So who do you now trust? Who do you want to follow? That's the news we have for you. Urging you to stay glued to our very channel. Love you as always. Thank you.